Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
They want it! Good! Show! Oh my God! How excited are you to see this match live right now?
Welcome back to a brand new stream of the Esports Club presents Showdown Series Season 2 Valorant, powered by Crucial by Micron and GPU partner Zotac Gaming, and media partner is gonna be gossip.gg. My name is Paikas, and with me it's gonna be Raider, and we're gonna be the casters for the second matchup of this BO3 as well. We are already in the lower bracket, and we've seen a really phenomenal matchup coming in for the first BO3. This is gonna be a similar affair, if I am to say something. What do you think, Raider?
I think it could be a 2-0, man. I think it's quite possible that maybe it could be T-Time, maybe it could be DXG. I have my bets on, honestly, DXG, because the way they played against their opponent yesterday was absolutely on par. But today, for DXG to come back into the picture, it has to be a similar scoreline. I have my faith on Caramel. I think that guy can easily pull off a lot of impressive approaches. But then again, that team effort has to be somewhere around. If the team effort is not going to come, we will have a fate like Team NJ for Team DXG. Because yes, individual plays have been good, but let's talk about the formats even before we dive into the action. We had the open qualifiers for 4 straight days where the single elimination bracket was followed up, and from there top 4 teams were qualifying from the open qualifiers to the playoffs, and other set of 4 teams who were there from Premier, the in-game qualifier that you are able to play, and a lot of interesting teams came through from there. Now, if you talk about the grand finals, mark your calendars. 28th of July is the date when you will get to have the grand final action on your screens. It will be a BO5, it will not be a BO3. So yes, there will be certain advantages and disadvantages for a lot of teams. Let's see which particular 2 teams are going to move on to that particular stage. But yeah, guys, talking about the prize pool, apart from the bragging rights and the stakes and the experience, yes, the stakes of the prize pool is quite high, as we do have a total prize pool of 1 lakh rupees.
It is a massive prize pool, no doubt, Raider, and every single team seems to be playing knowing that there is a lot on the line, and there's a lot of money to be grabbed if they are able to win the matches and get to the top and get the grand finals as well. And let's take a look at the matchups and already the brackets and all. We've already seen the first lower bracket round 3 today. We have to see the second lower bracket finals, which will be decided after this match ends. So we have the first matchup already done. Team NJ went up against Oculus in a 1-2 scoreline. And now the second matchup is gonna be DXG going up against T-Time and Raider. Do we have some predictions? Do we like have something to look for? 2-0 you're saying, but which team is gonna win? Is it gonna be T-Time or is it gonna be DXG? Because then we'll know who it is gonna be, who's gonna go up against Oculus 6.
My pick would be Team DXG, as I said earlier. That is a team which came from Premier. They have qualified from the in-game qualifiers, and we have seen them doing some amazing stuff against teams like Asterix as well. But at the end, Newry Esports was able to just get the upper hand in front of them, and they were able to like push them to the lower bracket. But I think DXG, as I said earlier as well, that Caramel is an individual from Team DXG who is just so good, and he plays on the same exact character agent that you can see in front of your screens. He usually plays the Sentinel approach, usually goes for KJ. You've seen him doing some amazing stuff. I just want to see that team effort. On the hindsight, when it comes to T-Time, they do have some strong individuals. Curve was up high onto the level up leaderboard as well. So I think that guy is also going to be a lot of he's also going to bring a lot of interesting approaches into the play. But then again, my pick, as you asked me, my answer would be is DXG.
Your picks is for sure gonna be DXG. I have no idea who could be the better of them. So let's take a look at the matchup and let's see who exactly will be the better of the both of the teams. But that is definitely one thing I'm also sure of. It is gonna be a 2-0 scoreline. We will take a look at the vetoes as well, at what the teams banned and what they will be picking up. But before that, let's take a look at the level up leaderboard before we get into the map vetoes.
Level up leaderboard. Top 3 individuals, red goodies are coming your way. But at the end of the tournament, that is going to be the case, guys. So I guess in this particular level up leaderboard, maybe the top 3 teams are going to get a better chance of securing their individual players the red goodies in their favor, because you can clearly see Fluffy is already dropping down, and obviously Fluffy was one of the best individuals that you had in this whole competition. But once you are out of the equation, you can't really implicate a lot when it comes to this type of play. So because Batman is another example, because his team ZeroFlags.exe has already been eliminated, and that too happened on the day number 2 of playoffs. That means it has already been 2 days before after Batman going out of the equation, but still Batman is there on top of this leaderboard. That shows that he has done a lot. But then again, overcoming that leaderboard is going to be something very, very important for a lot of individuals. So let's see how that is going to happen, because we have players like Garv who are going to come just in the next match. We have Asterix Wave, who is there on the upper bracket semifinals, who can do much of a job. Fearless, yes, he was efficient enough, but let's see in the near future if something valuable comes from their corner or not. Yeah, guys, it's always fun to watch those individual performances. We've seen so many aces and clutches. I mean, clutches are much more on the higher note, but on the iron side, if you see aces, I guess yesterday we got to see 1 ace, and today we got to see Ginola, if I'm not wrong, with an operator ace. Not just that, even Cyrex, when Cyrex also came up with Reina, I guess he was also able to get an ace in the first map.
No, not an
Ascent,
ace, a 4K. Really good 4Ks though.
Okay, it was a 4K. Okay, yeah.
Ooh.
I go on, man. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we have the top 5 agents, the pick percentage for the post-match of lower bracket round 2 match 1, which is going to be Killjoy with the 14.74%, Kisova with 13.68%, Jet with 13.68% again, Omen with 12.63%, and Reach will be at a mere 6.32%. Killjoy, as always, we can see Raider is going to be the most picked Sentinel and agent itself. But if we were to talk about the maps, the top 3 map, we can see it's going to be Haven, Icebox, Ascent. That's what we saw yesterday and the previous BO3 as well. These are the 3 maps that people prefer, I think, these days. And Ascent and Haven are the OG maps. Icebox still a map to, overturn everything and, get the comebacks in. But before we talk about the map veto, I really want to see a map that we haven't seen yet, Lotus Sunset, something like that. But oh well, I don't think that's gonna be the case here. We can see Bind Ascent, and it's gonna be the map
exactly
of Haven.
similar.
Yeah, pretty similar. But we're
Just
going
like
to
the
start
previous
off with
BO3,
Bind.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Shuffles are different, yeah, totally agreeing. I mean, we started with Ascent, then we went down to Heaven, and then the decider was Bind, but finally, as we can see, it is Bind going down to Ascent, and then the decider will be Heaven. I think it's quite possible that we will end up seeing just 2 maps. That means we will get to have a scoreline of 2-0. That too, for me personally, I believe DXG can be that particular team who's going to pull it off. No doubt, T-Time has been so amazing so far, but DXG as a team, yesterday I was able to see how capable they are. Caramel, I will take that name every now and then when it comes to the game, but now let's look at the agent select as well. From the defender's perspective, that means from the perspective of Team DXG, Caramel is sticking with the pseudo duelist. We have seen how effective a chamber can be in the past as well, and once again we'll get to see that Caramel sticking with the chamber. We have a controller coming in from Levi's perspective, and he is going to go with Brimstone. We have 2 initiators as well, one for plant, one for initial picks, and that is Fade. And then Panda coming up on Gecko. In Icebox, Panda did some great stuff. But on the high side, when it comes to having a duelist, of course, by default, whenever Bind comes in, Raze has to be there. And we can clearly see how Raze has been locked from defender's perspective. But the main question is, what are attackers planning on? The attackers are planning on a double duelist approach with the Astra, a difficult, or should I say, one of the most difficult agent to lock in. Oh, they're shuffling. No Astra, no Clove. Maybe a Brim. I guess I've seen Romeo playing on a Brimstone, so maybe he's going to do that.
We could possibly see something like that, but see, till now it's going to be a pretty similar setup like what we saw in the previous matchups in Mind. One team goes with a double initiator, single duelist, and the other team goes with a double duelist, single sentinel, single smoker, and single initiator itself. That's what's going to be the case here too, and I don't see that as a problem for either one of those teams. If you know you're starting off towards attack and you still go for a double duelist setup, you're just playing off, or you're just starting off the game with a good advantage itself, and you know what the comp is gonna be like, you know how the setups can be used and how you can attack itself, and they'll definitely be like having more confidence towards their own map pick as well. That being said, let's see how exactly is that double duelist comp gonna go up against a double initiator comp, how we'll see the counters coming in. Is the double initiator comp gonna be better at attacking, or is it obviously gonna be this fair choice of, you know, double duelist? That's gonna be something we're gonna be on the lookout for. The first map on the map of Bind. Rita, what do you think? Is it an attacker-sided map, or is it a defender-sided map, or is it like, obviously it's not perfectly balanced, but still, whatever. What do you think?
I think it is a attack-sided map because you have Raze, because you have certain amazing duelists, and the playstyle that so far we have seen in the Showdown Series Season 2 is pretty much implicating that whenever Bind comes in, the attacking team has got an edge. Because if you see, in terms of Sentinel, if you're trying to approach for a Cypher pick, that Cypher pick is just going to get nullified by a Fade Prowler, or maybe Boombots coming in, or maybe even Painful Needs coming in from the attackers. So for that reason, I think, yes, it's pretty possible that we are going to see DXG going ahead and I guess suffering quite a bit, but as you can see, 4 individuals are out there. One goes down, Panda retaliates and takes 2 down. That's interesting. Satanix also come up with a 2k. Now we are down to last 2 individuals. Levy right in the smoke, patiently waiting. Let the smoke dissipate. This guy is going to go off after that. Let's see. They are doing just the calculations. He's waiting for his teammate to come up with a backstab. Okay, this is interesting turn of events. Caramel, we are talking about you from the start of this Get Go tournament. Let's see how Caramel is going to implicate what he can do. Shars, can you check it? Oh, he spots him. But the connection has been made. It's Levy who gets the upper hand. Easy defusal could be queuing in. Caramel is going to stick it. On the hindsight, Equinox wants to do what he loves to do. But Caramel will be getting a 2k. Oh, actually he was about to get a knife frag. I thought maybe he's going to get it, but Caramel was able to shut him away. Yes, guys, we do have a 1-0, although this map indeed looks like an attacking map. But the way DXG started off is good. They can easily come up with a 2-0 now.
Eagle-eyed. One enemy remaining.
See, that is going to be the case. As I said, 2-0 is the probable scoreline that I'm looking at. And also looking at the buy, we do have a Vandal coming in from Caramel. That's interesting. You are actually going for a half buy Caramel, half buy Vandal Caramel. I don't know how effective it is going to be. I mean, you can be good at 1v1s, but if you lose, just think about the advantage that the other team is going to have. Som With the horn, the position has been revealed, but Garv on the other corner is also shooting some blunt bullets. Oh, Yui goes in big. Takes down the duelist. Yes, we do have the bulldog shots to convert. Converts one, could take two down. Levy takes two down. Oh, he takes three. It's already a 3K. He's not changing his position. Levy still holding the same exact angle. Has got one bullet to play along with. Could have gone for a reload. No, it is not the case. Okay, Caramel still there. Waiting patiently. Panda, he's getting popped off. Let's see if something effective is going to happen. One good guardian shot is needed. Oh, he attains that. He gets that control. Panda is going to get that pick. But Equinox, just like the previous round, becomes the last man standing. He's all alone. But I have to say this. Heavy reinvestments are needed. Heavy reinvestments are going to be there from Team DXG. Panda nails that final shot. 2-0 is what we are having. Due to the loss of individual players that comes from DXG in the previous round, I guess they will have to go for a cripple buy. They can't go for one of those vandal buys because from T-Time's perspective, what we are going to witness is basically a full buy execution. They will not hesitate to get in the best weapons.
They will definitely not hesitate. They have the economy going in for them. And on the other hand, TDE, if we were to talk about them, they are gonna be forcing and getting every single threat they have to be using it. And they can't even like afford full shields right now. Okay, Sam already deep. Ooh, this position can completely change the game if he gets even one. And there you go, he's gonna take down the Reyna. There's one more player holding behind him. It's gonna be Doxer. He's gonna take away the judge from there. At least there's something. He can pretty easily still hold lamps, but I guess that's gonna trigger the rotation to his B side itself. There's two players already making their way. Equinox, ooh, he's heard Panda rotating. He knows there's someone. There was someone here. Now, at least someone, one of them is like holding the side. Ooh, beautiful connections. Get the conversions in. The headshot landing this time. 4 on 2, or 4 on 3. Retakes his position if they're able to, get the spike down. Yeah, there's gonna be some trips too. Cypher still online, so make their jobs a little bit difficult. Ooh, beautiful sheriff shots. Headshot definitely landing, but it was a wall back, so it didn't do much. Okay, double headshotting. Massive connections, Levi.
But the first one, but couldn't relay the shots onto the next one. Caramel slowly coming back into the picture. The smoke is dissipating. Oh, there you go. Equinox shots him away. Counterparts are getting attacked. Doxzo becomes the last man standing. Has got a sheriff. Iron sheriff in his hand. Probably going to take one guy down, possibly. Oh, no. That's not the case. Phantom works fluently. And as I said, to do the cripple buy, it's highly possible that T-Time is going to win that particular round. That's exactly what happened. Happy about the approach that was there from Team DXG as well. But at the end, guys, we have a 2-1 scoreline. That means DXG, you need to step it up when it comes to your full buy. And I guess the fourth round is indeed going to be a full buy round for them. Yeah, guys, slow and steady the approach is going to be the case. On the hindsight, for T-Time, the double satchels are yet to come. We can clearly see that they're more or less relying on ARs, not on Judge and Buckies, like the previous bind we got to witness today, which was between NJ and Oculus 6. Anyway, guys, all said and done. From A mains, we have a luck coming in, and it is going to be Equinox. From Hookah, we have 3 individuals pushing in. Spike is dropped on the back foot area. So, pushing in, getting the right picks is still the deal. But Levy getting into the contact.
Ooh, he's gonna get another kill. The defenders this time will be hitting back harder than the last time. They didn't have the buy. Anyways, a really good defense. Sam holding a good position. He needs to reposition. He's gonna get checked. His position now known. Some jiggle peeks, some jump peek towards Shaz itself. This guy's gonna use his blinding lights, not gonna get any info. There's gonna be fade towards B long, though his position also not at all known. Slowly walking up B long right now. Fade has the site control. The spike is now gonna be dropped. Rim got the spike. It back to his B site. 3 players towards A. They still have no idea which side the hit could be coming in, but those are not fair of B long. Instantly gets shot in the head itself. Beautiful
30 seconds left.
Doxer has a really crazy name and a crazy ring to it. Sam is gonna use the boombot. Hopefully he spots someone. Okay, not gonna get any info out of that. UV still holding. Gonna plant a little bit outside. It's going to be easier to play after plant because of that plant itself. Sam slowly peeking in to its elbow. There's gonna be the Gecko coming in. Big man as well. Romeo completely
Last player
checked. MLT
standing.
Levi with a long back tap is gonna get checked.
That's
Two is
done.
gonna get
Quick
countered.
break.
Instantly Satan blowing Panda to bits, and that is gonna be a 2-on-2 scoreline. I would have expected it to be a clean sweep, but oh well, here we are. TT with a good comeback and a good counters. Is definitely playing good in this game.
Time. Yes, they are back in momentum. Look at them rolling and shutting their opponents in a good way. The best part is that they were able to get the whole economical advantage in their favor now, because DXG once again are on a very iffy buy, should I say, because they don't have that much of a credit to invest. They can go for some force buys, but I don't know if it is going to be fruitful enough or not. Here goes one down. Garb takes on Som. Gecko is already quite low. That's it, guys. Oh, Panda still retaliates. That's interesting. Neural threat being utilized. DZ being effective. Oh, Painchal needs work. Panda gets taken down. It's a 3v4 equation. Not a very good buy to work with, but they're still trying to be effective. Oh, the fade also gets countered. Romeo, that was phenomenal. He had that weapon advantage and was able to use it in a very good way. But Caramel, you are walking just like that. Had a sheriff in your hands, but he was just walking without any weapons. Was spotted. Was shut down from heaven. That's it, guys. It's 3-2 scoreline. From here, I think DXG can pull off a good comeback. As a defensive team, they really need to step it up, as this is an attacking map. But you still need to have a scoreline of 7-5 at least if you want to build a good attack from your corner in the second half. So for that reason, I would love to see if something crucial is going to come through. Well, so far the execution part from Team Tea Time has been good. I mean, they start with guiding lights, then they pull off the Trailblazer, Painchal Nade goes in. After that, we get to see even Reina following it up with the Leers. So yes, their attack is definitely working. How far is it going to go? That's a big question. Oh, the trash has been utilized. Players are going to get detained out here. But Caramel, Som, they get to. Satan X retaliates by shutting down Caramel as well. Oh, that was interesting, Dogsfire. Sure, that's a good pick. That's very valuable. Showstopper is not going to find a lot of value. Obviously, it is going to damage out the opponent.
Hailing over.
Then again, they're still surviving. Regrowth being utilized. Back to 100 HP. It is a jolly good moment for them.
It for
Oh,
sure
no,
is
no,
a
no,
good
no.
moment for them, but this has is still online and it's going to find one of their players. There is a big man as well doing the damage it had to some. It swings it for Satan, and Dozer was ready to get the kill onto the Brim. But that is going to be a 3-on-3 scoreline. TT, they did find a really good round, but now they will be countered from DXG itself. That being said, a lot of info, but a lot of util was used in the last round to secure a win there for DXG. That being said, their economy won't be the best, but it won't be the worst either. They can pretty easily go for those Vandals and those Phantoms, so that's going to be pretty easy going for them. 3 players still holding towards a site. It's going to be Raze, Fade, and the Brim. With a decent crossfire, one towards Lamps, one towards Shars. There's going to be a Prowler being used to get some info too. There is a Trailblazer. Romeo holding the shot, expecting someone to push in. Som, you need to be really careful towards the left side. There could be someone holding, and there is definitely someone holding. In fact, Karam finds one through the smoke without even any info whatsoever. Romeo is going to swing on 2 players, gets both the frags. Okay, it's going to be Romeo getting the first one. Satan with a follow-up, gets a counter. Ooh, gets Dozer as well. A 4v2 itself. DXG Raider, don't you think, is aggressing a bit
Spike planted.
too much?
Yeah.
And it is a defender side map itself. But not even a map, it is still defender side.
Yeah, I totally agree with the points that they're over-aggressing at this moment. That over-commitment is definitely going to be very risky for them to pay at the end. They really need to take the control of the first half. They are going in for some big brain plays at this moment, but at the end, Caramel will be shut down. I am not looking at that Caramel that I witnessed yesterday. Anyway, guys, it's just the start. It's just the very first map. A lot of things have to happen before we get to see Team DXG going out of the equation. So let's wait and watch if something crucial is going to come through. But I would like to applaud for the efforts from Team Tea Time. The way they are fighting, it's absolutely mesmerizing to watch. I mean, a textbook play from their corner, guiding lights, and then we get to see other utilities following it up, like Painchal Nades are coming in. So it's absolutely amazing the way these guys are playing. Execution part, no doubt in that. We have a very interesting approach coming in from Tea Time. For DXG, Overcommitment is the worst part that they are having at this moment. Ooh, this time, but with the Stinger, these guys were able to get one. Satan X goes in for the guiding lights. He's going to flash his opponents. They will get a very important hefty weapon play with Equinox. Cyber Cage up. He's going to deny those four peaks coming in, but Cyber Cage goes down and Equinox goes up. He takes a 3k. Oh my god, this Sentinel is going bonkers. Getting those many frags. He's totally controlling the play now. It all trickles down to one last man. And that is probably Levi, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it is Levi. He is the guy who's still surviving. He has got a Sheriff to play along with. He has to fight against some initiators. Some good plays, initial whiff, and finally gets a connection. What was that, Satanix? Oh, timing. Timing, guys. Timing has to be pretty bad at this point. Is he going to go for a knife frag? I think so. Yeah, there you go. Easy peasy knife frag coming in. 5-3 is the scoreline. Tea time is back in momentum. Won't let DXG go far. In an attack-sided map, yes, you are attacking in a very good way, but I have to say this. A 1v3 from Equinox, absolutely phenomenal.
It is definitely a phenomenal 1v3 coming in nonetheless. But oh well, this knife was just the cherry on top for them to get the round there. A 5-3 scoreline coming in for TTE. Absolutely, really good attacks. Absolutely, really good attacker-sided setups coming in. But the defenders, they need to play a bit slowly, man. They really need to play a bit slowly. Their aggression definitely is getting, you know, the initial kills, but they're not able to follow it up with a round itself. There you go. Another Dizzy being used from Gecko is gonna blind Cypher. See, once again, that aggression is definitely gonna get punished. Equinox finds the first one, but eventually is gonna get traded off.
Why go for the ultimate that early?
Yeah.
Nobody has committed into the site and this guy invested a Nightfall. What? This is not looking good. DXG, are they panicking at this point? I don't know, man. The Tripfire is just going to detect that there is somebody in the baths. No. Your weapon was visible. The barrel was pretty much visible to them. Teleporter being utilized. The players are swinging in, but Levi, he shuts one down and that spike carrier has been picked off. Now Garv, he's efficient. Do not overcommit at this point. Let your teammates come. That's exactly what it did. Waited for the Prowler to get in, then finally connected those shots. But UV being phenomenal. Will he be able to get Gecko? No. Panda shuts him away. Guiding lights once again utilized. He flashes him and go for Dizzy to block off one angle and swing from the other one. Okay, the player has been spotted. That's an easy frag. There you go. 4-5. DXG back here to bring some good rounds.
Clutch.
Ooh, really good clutch coming in from DXG there. And just let's take a look at the replay there. Ooh, through the wall, beautiful shots, massive conversions. Levi as well was able to find some value throughout this round, but it wasn't enough. Eventually, it was DXG Panda getting the round on the board for his team. DXG gets another one, a 5-4 scoreline. Just one more round needed for that equalizer. This round, at least, I hope for them to not push at all, because they don't have the buy, they don't have the shields going in their favor either. So it would be a smart idea for them to not push and just to hold their sights and to wait for the pushes instead. 4 players holding towards A shot, slowly trying to get that entry. It's going to be Levi holding close shards. There's going to be Karam as well. Both of them have a really good control towards that one single position, and Dozer gets the player looking to his B side. Now they can't hit B. The A fake will become an A execute right away. Garv is gonna try to use his ult, maybe? No, it's just gonna use his smokes right now. Ooh, there's a molly too. Delays the plant a little bit. They need to get the spike inside the site and get the spike planted too. While getting more control towards labs itself.
But look at Reina.
Reina is already heaven. What is happening? And
Yeah.
has still found even one player. This is massive. Karam gets one. Satan falls. Romeo with a counter.
My God,
He's gonna
lovely.
fight Sob. Karam gets
Lovely.
another frag on the board. Karam is gonna fall eventually. UV has his showstopper on line 2. I don't think so there's gonna be enough time for him to go towards Levi and find him. Oh, but he does! Oh, well! I don't know what a crazy round this is happening to me. UV gets another dose of falls. Panda still towards shards. Its position, not known in my opinion. The plant is first spawn though. Romeo holding heaven, one clear backside, and there you go. Beautiful shots and a 6-4 score and coming from TT.
A heavily invested round going south for you. It's never good. DXG. It started in a good way. Caramel, look at him going for 2 big swings. I mean, he was able to shut down the Empress. That was good. But UV, the judgment that he had was absolutely amazing. And after that, you get that mental power in your favor. Like, the motivation is quite high. You know that you are confident at that moment. And wherever UV was swinging, he was just finding the values. He got a 3K after that. That's amazing. Now it's a 6-6 scoreline. DXG should be aiming for probable 7-5. Because I think this one is going to go out of your hands. Quite possibly. Runami Sheriff in the hands. Anda will swing. Anda will go. Ouch. Neural Theft being invested. We still have 2 more ultimates available from DXG. And that is going to be the Neural Theft of their own along with Showstopper. So let's see if they're going to efficiently go for it. But as you can see, everybody is just moving out. Yes, it is going to be Equinox who is still hunting for the players, who is still taking a battle. He's still in a duel. Oh, it's already a 3K for him. Can he get more? He gets a 4K. Is it an ace? An 8 HP ace? Nope. Nope, it's not happening. Caramel is still surviving with a 60 HP and a Reaver Vandal in his favor. Maybe he's going to get something crucial from here. As we can see after the plant, Garv is just all in. He's just being berserk. Citinix is going to sum it up. 7-4 is the scoreline. No dent at all on tea time because Equinox can easily go ahead and reinvest as he was able to get 4Ks. So that means that extra $800, 800 credits, sorry, my bad, is already there with him. The credits are going to be on par. On the hindsight, Equinox, as you can see in the replay, what a beautiful 4K that he was able to get. Amazing round for team tea time. Now the question is, will they move on with a 8-4 scoreline or is it going to be a 7-5 scoreline? It could be a 7-5 as we can see a fully invested round is there from Team DXG.
Hey, we can see a 7-5. They have 2 ultimates online. They have a Cypher's Neural Theft and a Showstopper too. They can make something out of it. They can make round 2. UV this time. Equinox not expect him, Caramel, to be holding that aggressive and that forward. But he's definitely gonna get the value out of that peak. Garv tries to get someone down to his heaven. Not gonna find anyone though. Ooh, Levi already ready for that anti-flash. Gonna be some Trailblazers used. Oh, there's gonna be some Seekers used. Not gonna be of any use either. Som gets Romeo down, and this very well could be a 5-7 scoreline. But Garv as well. A lot of HP. There's going to be a Showstopper. Line rule with a counter. Caramel is going to fall. A Prowler here. A Paint Shell here. A Paint Shell there. Just so much util being
just flooded them
to flush them out of there. But even then, they've not been able to find one. Okay, finally, Levi gets Garv. Satan X is also going to fall. Panda good for 1. UV in a 1v2 situation is going to be on for an ace. Panda holds the Paint Shell. So aggressive. And there's the ace, man. Gets the 4th. Gets the follow-up. What a phenomenal round coming in from this guy. This is what I'm talking about, man. DXG, the overconfidence on them is just absolutely unbelievable. Every single time they've lost just because of that. Every single time, tea time has ensured that it doesn't matter how many players they've lost, they can still take it away from there. And this guy is single-handedly doing the job. Wow, man, just crazy.
Look at the player cams, man. The excitement, the surprise that Garv had. That what? Is that possible? Is that even possible? Like coming up with a 1v3 at the end. Like, yeah, I know he was able to get the initial 2 picks, but even after that, when the HP was not that much, when he was already getting shot down from 2 different angles, this guy still pulls it off. That's amazing. That's a massive blow to the morale. Now from there, the attacking team needs to push in. Garv is still out there through the smoke. He spots one, but nothing of a value is going to come through. Regrowth being effective here. The fade, will it be helping him? Look at this coordination that is going in right now. Reina was down to like 12 HP. Now she's again back to 100% HP. All thanks to that regrowth. That is amazing. That is amazing. The play style from Tea Time is just phenomenal. They are supporting their teammates in a very good way. I don't know how far these guys are going to go now. Equinox still being the anchor. Opens up the cyber cage. We do have another cyber cage right here on Puka. Okay, Romeo shuts one down. Caramel, he also gets the pick. Equinox shuts on Levy. It all depends on Doxer. and I don't think so he's going to do much as a last man standing with a classic, with a mere classic. Yeah, it is going to be a flawless win. 9-4 already here, tea time. They're off to a very, very good start. And it might be the day of tea time where they're going to pull it through, because I can see blunders being done in every single round from the other team known as Team DXG. You talk about the pistol round. I mean, in the pistol round, you got to see that Arena was there swinging in outside the smoke. That is a very big overcommitment. But still, both the raise and the fade, they were unable to take any advantage of it. They were themselves getting shot down. They were just, backing themselves out. So that was kind of very interesting to watch. That shows how, I guess, motivated and how much of a confidence is there in favor of tea time. And maybe they're going to just get it home.
Ooh, Equinox gets another opening this round. To that goes that too. Really, really good. Oh, first let's coming in. Satan thinking of pushing the smoke. Can't find two there, but it's gonna be Romeo. Went down after the player getting picked off. MLT Levi's got to fall down to a 5v3 situation. Sam and Gecko going back towards a shot. It's gonna be Dosser as well. Ooh, there's going to be a counter coming in. Sam go for one. Instantly gets countered by Satan. DXG Panda with his classic. Can manage just one, but that's going to be most of it. A 10-4. A really, really good lead for TTE. Radar, we had predicted it would have been a win for DXG, but the way they're performing, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case right now. Phenomenal performance nonetheless from DXG, from TTE itself. Just as UV and Equinox single-handedly carrying their team. Even Satan has been getting a lot of value in the defender half itself, or in the attacker side itself. Now they'll be, trying to make the best out of the defender side. Even then, they had the more attacking, aggressive-sided team. Still doing pretty great towards the defender side. I guess this is going to be the first full buy for DXG. On the other hand, let's see what counter do they plan on going for. Satan has the flash in his hand. Good, use it. People is holding. Oh, Dizzy spots Reina. It's gonna be a counter flash coming in. Garv with his ult. Oh, Garv. That was just unfortunate. Sam with some pre-fire shots is gonna take down Garv. He tried to use his Leer, but it didn't matter much.
Interesting picks. As you rightly said, it is definitely one of those full buy rounds coming in from Team DXG, and I know the reason why they are failing. It's because their initiators are not being effective so far. One single duelist can't do much. You have to have your initiators doing something effective for you. Oh, the position has been revealed. He can go for some good shots out of here. But Levy is going to shot Equinox down. Caramel is still surviving. We do have a 5v3 equation so far. But here Romeo comes with a judge in his hand. Moshpit! You had utils in your hand. Nothing effective. Doxer is going to take the trade. With the Moshpit, actually Satan gets picked off. Near flawless victory coming in from the perspective of Team DXG. They had the very first full buy round in this second half, and they were able to convert it. That too with a bold statement from their corner that they are still there in the action. My faith, still there with Team DXG. All we need from DXG is coordination. All we need is the initiators working. And if that happens, I think Tea Time is going to have a run for their money. Because if you see from Tea Time, you just have Team Tea Time's UV who is popping off. Garv, he is right there, but then again, if you compare him to UV, you can clearly see who is actually on the upper angle, and that's UV.
Surely it's going to be UV at the upper angle here. But they've at least found one round here. A 5-on-10 scoreline has... it's still a better situation for them overall. So I'm trying to, dodge the tripwires. It's going to use a paint shell for that very reason. MLT Levi with a good opening this time is going to take down Satan X. 2 players towards long. Another Dizzy being used. Guard repositions, but Panda was just ready. He had the better positioning. There's going to be a reveal coming in from the fade. Is he going to find something? Yeah, a Prowler to follow it up, and he's going to push him right away. There's going to be a crash as well. Concusses him. Sam finds the follow-up, takes Equinox down. Romeo with the counter takes down Levi. Gecko completely unaware of a player holding side. It's gonna be a paint shell. UV once again in a 1v3 situation. He knows the Storm right outside the smoke. He's gonna use a Boombot too. Spike has been planted. The 2 players to Zuka. Can he get a counter? Perfectly isolating the fights. Gets the first, gets the second. Repositions for the third. Not gonna
it is another
know
4K.
where the final player was. UV, man, this guy is
Oh
absolutely
man.
just hitting his shots every single time, blowing everyone to bits. What an aggressive
Yeah.
stance! Just massive rounds, and what a value, man. So much value.
Oh yeah, definitely. This lad is just showing the true colors. The way he performed was amazing. He thought that there is not a possibility that there might be two guys holding hookah on left and right corner. Otherwise, I think that he could have easily taken down even that fade over there. That could have been a very big possibility, but all of those are speculations. Now we have to see what happens next. Is it DXG's round or is it Team Tea Time? Because Tea Time, they are lacking when it comes to their weapon advantage. But trust me, even if they get one single Vandal, they might just change the whole game from here. So that's exactly what Team DXG has to make sure all of goes in. Okay, there comes the info. They do know where the player is. And from there, I guess they are utilizing some more interesting utilities. But Boombot can be efficient. I guess relocating towards B is going to be the best decision that they can make at this point. It's quite possible. We will have a flank coming in from Equinox. Bring the weapons in your hand, man. Bring out the weapons. Oh, he has got it. But still, Levy is just going to put him away. We have a trade fire. I talked about this. If there is a single weapon, a single sheriff coming in the favor of the other particular team, they can change the tides. Curve with the sheriff. Back on CT. Going towards elbow. Trying to find something crucial. Not yet. For now, remember, it's still a 6-10 scoreline. That means GXG is still at a deficit. The Satchel is going to provoke the player. Is going to move him a bit, but Doxer on the other corner gets one more. Dozer. That was a crucial pick on Garb. Romeo, what a beautiful crowd shot that was. Absolutely amazing. Through the cyber cage, we have a stinger spray coming in. Oh no, this will hurt. Go for the showstopper, I believe. That's the only thing that might save you. Okay, yeah, there you go, showstopper. Oh, that's it. The clutch is going to come. As I said, showstopper is the only thing that is going to save you after that kind of a downfall. Because look at this. T-Time had no control whatsoever on the site. They started with the first pick by Equinox. Then the trade fire comes through its 4v4 equation to be precise. But then after that, the way Romeo switches up, and after that, if you see even Satan X doing the same, was amazing. Although Satan was down to like very low amount of HP, that's exactly why it was all trickling down to UV and he had to stick the spike. I think it could have been a different scenario. Maybe Satan X would have decided to switch up and go for the spike diffusal. UV could have taken a fight. Maybe at that point, things would have been a little bit different.
Ooh, there could have been a lot of ways the round could have gone, but it somehow just went in the favor of DXG. Even the final showstopper could have been pretty easily dodged if UV had just one satchel. But then again, he uses the satchel so quickly that he wouldn't have had any left for the final times when he actually needed it. There's two players holding towards B this time. For the defenders and the attackers itself, they try to fake A. Now every single player is going to be rotating towards the B side. It all comes down to Cypher and Reyna to guard this very position. Grim needs to smoke off Hookah at least, so that at least Reyna can play off someone dropping down. There's 4 players towards long. There's going to be the ultimate kicking in from Flame itself. Zomb gets a reveal by the tripwire, gets 1, Equinox gets 2, gets 3, goes for the 3rd. Finally, he overcommitted for the follow-up and eventually is going to get picked off, but they still have the man advantage in their favor. There you go, MLT Levi with that ultimate of RG Dozer takes down Curve. Doxer finds UV as well. They've somehow equalized the situation, turned around the table, but Romeo still a shot. Is going to expect the TP, takes 1 down. There's going to be a reveal for CT. Romeo's position now known. Dozer is going to push in.
10 seconds left.
Just 9 seconds on the board. He needs to play time, but no!
What?
Satan!
Are you serious?
Not at all aware where the player is when he just fought off the player and shot! Why was he looking at heaven, man? That was
Wow, man.
what the... Oh, man. That would have hurt really bad. It was painful for us
Oh,
to
this
watch
is not
itself.
good. This is not
Yeah.
at all good buy. I mean, they had the buy, they had the advantage. Look at them. They were able to initially completely shut down Team DXG. Equinox, he was able to get a 3K. Even after that, you're toppling down. That shows what is the capability of Team DXG.
Right here.
So far, they've done good. They started with a scoreline of 8-4. And then it was basically 10-4 after winning the pistol round and a bonus round. And lately, as you can see, things are changing. But Equinox, you're going to get close this time. No 3Ks for you, buddy. C10X on the hindsight with a stinger. He had made some good marker previously, but I thought Caramel is going to get taken down, but Caramel is just one step ahead. Has got a very beautiful Vandal to play along with. Now Romeo could be the one who is going to compromise him. Yup, that's the case. A showstopper and a Brim with some smokes. That's it. That's all Team Time has got for now. Boombot is going to close in, giving up with the damage. Mosh Pit. Oh, look at him, surviving barely on 6 HP. A lot of util dump is going to be there on UV. Because we all know if UV survives, the round can be
Last player
snagged.
standing.
Oh, UV is down. Maybe now it's easy at 9-10.
It could be. It could be, man. Could be. And then again, DXG is just very easily gonna just take away this round. Just one player surviving. Romeo could find some exits. That's the best he could do. No one pushing him either, so I don't think so. Those exits are gonna come in. There you go. The spike has been. The spike explodes, and the round is gonna go in favor for DXG. A 9 and 10.
No more
Pretty
doubts.
easily
We're ready.
equalize the situation, even though there have been rounds where things did get dicey at the end, but they still have managed to, you know, secure like 4 rounds, in fact 5 rounds consistently without losing even a single one. They're almost there. Just one more round needed, and they'll be equalizing the situations pretty well, and then they can pretty easily take it from there. This time the setup looks like they're gonna try to fake A. If they get those entry frags, they'll pretty easily just commit going there. If not, they'll just make it slow. There's gonna be some shots, I guess.
Oh, using the trash.
Definitely gonna get them something. Thrash and the player both getting picked off. That's just brutal, man. Caramel gets UV, takes
One
down
enemy
Gar
remaining.
2, finds another on Satan. MLT Levi, good for Romeo, and somehow the situation is now down to 1v3 itself. They get the start, they get their first blood, they get a really good man advantage, and seconds later we see them losing every single thing that was going in for them. It was still 1v3 situation, and there you go, Equinox, good for 1. He can pretty easily turn around the tables once again. He has an off, then again, ooh, good for the second one. Brim is gonna get picked off too.
Don't do it, buddy. Don't do it.
Gecko's position
Oh, yeah,
not known.
that's good.
He's now
That's good.
gonna save up. Yeah. That'll be pretty much
I mean,
it
he's just
for
going to
this
back out, man. He knows that
Yeah.
defusal could come. So, he's going to back out. But what is this? As you rightly said, by that they start in a very good way. I mean, DXG, they lose their initial players quite a bit, and T-Time start is quite fun to watch. But after that, in order to sum up the deal, at that point, yes, they lose the total control of their game. And even in this particular scenario, look at the overcommitment. They lost 2 more individuals. That means DXC once again has to reinvest. Although they do have that kind of credits, but why to go for this kind of scenario? I know you wanted to like completely shut down the whole T-Time, but a save of an operator is still going to come through on a very crunchy buy for T-Time. We do have operator still activated. Yes, and talking about the guys questions that we are asking you on the chat, we asked that which particular player can get the most kills in the first map. Options were Garv, Levy, UV, and Caramel, out of which 32% of you guys have said that it is Garv who is going to get the most of it. And so far, I guess it is UV and Caramel who is getting the right value. No doubt Garv is right there in the circuit. And here comes some beautiful shot. Caramel, will he get something crucial from here? Gets one, won't be able to go far, as Levy and Doxer will be retaliating. Once again, exactly similar storyline as to the previous round. They get the start, but the follow-ups are always there from DXG.
How the hell is this match so close, so close, when every single time we see either one of those teams getting such a good lead, getting such a good man advantage, and they're just throwing everything. It's once again down to a 2v2 situation. Equinox holding the B side, Brim waiting towards A shot for that rotate or something like that. Maybe they TP out of there. MLT Levi ready with his tablet open. He needs to get the smokes in a time. There's gonna be no one towards hookah. Such a slow execute. They'll take their sweet time. They'll try to hit when the timer hits 030. And I guess, no, that's not even the cue they were waiting for. Waiting for someone to peek into the crosshairs maybe, which seems like highly unlikely. Equinox waiting.
Yup.
Maybe fades out, could do something, and there you go. Equinox just pushing it, man. Why would you hold that position? That too with a knob. Okay, still good enough. This classic working in his favor. Dozer already pushed through the smoke. He's got to spot Equinox. There's no time. The spike has not been planted, and finally TT will find a round. Even that was so close, but why are they making so risky plays? Come in.
Need equipment.
Why not just take it easy? Why not just not be so panicky at situations and not just push those smokes or just This
I guess they're
is
just
really
trying to
confusing.
find the value. Finally,
Yeah,
they did.
yes.
They have like broken the silence that they had for so many rounds. If I'm not wrong, back-to-back 6 rounds came into the favor of Team DXG. Now, Dan definitely has got the lead of one good round, but then again, if you see, the buy is also going to be there in T-Time's perspective. Not just that, even the other particular team is going to have it. But this second guiding light was not at all favorable. At this point, Som needs to get that showstopper activated. But for that, he needs to have that ult op. Well, he gets that. Now he needs to get one more frag. That is the only viable option that they're looking at. But on the hindsight, on Haven, on A, we have the Brim, Romeo, still holding it up. The players are slowly moving in. Slowly once again trying to figure out if they can get some good approaches out here on A. But these slow moves can be risky as it's a Cypher setup that we are talking about. Romeo finds Levy. There you go. Big blunder done by the controllers. Romeo finds a very valuable pick. Caramel out there is still trying to have a fight with him. If Caramel gets the value, that would be amazing to watch as well. Romeo knows that if he swings, he may be getting shut down. So let's just give the calm and a patient approach. But Doxer, in the corner, finds one. Even before that happened, Gurv takes one more down. Panda has been picked off. It's all about the last two individual. Doxer still being effective, but not going to be that much effective anymore. It all trickles down to Caramel. He has to come up with a 1v2. But as far as he is concerned, as soon as he opens the door, he gets shut down. 12-10, that means T-Time is there with the match point.
See, even in the last round, there was a pretty huge chance of Equinox finally getting some more kills on the board. Oh, not Equinox, Caramel getting some more kills. Karm with the aggressive plays could have gotten punished instantly, and they would have lost the lead that they pretty confidently are holding right now. They could have turned the tables around. Those are the risky plays I'm talking about. I like the aggression, man. I love the aggression at times, but sometimes you just need to understand where the aggression is good and where the aggression is just not gonna work for your team. Once again, Gurr tries to get some info towards Shars. Not gonna find much out of it. Som is gonna go with that showstopper. Reina is gonna get completely flustered, not expecting that. Okay, UV as well uses his showstopper to counter that entry. Panda is gonna fall. Caramel holding close shot. There's gonna be Brim and Cypher pushing in. With the Trailblazer definitely giving him a lot of info out of that position. Satan instantly has to reposition. There's gonna be Som pushing in. Ooh, go for one. Instantly Satan capitalizes. Doxer falls. Caramel go for one. A 1v2 situation once again. TT have lost the man advantage, and they're down in a weird situation where it all comes down to the final player, which is going to be Equinox. They pretty easily get the spike down at least. There's no one guarding the spike, no one guarding shot. Either Equinox slowly will be pushing in towards Lamps. Maybe he can use his neural theft too.
Yeah.
Could work in his favor, but both the players right in front of him, and there you go. Guess the first one instantly thinks that he should fight the second one too. A bit ambitious there, is not gonna come in for him. They are gonna get picked off. Now to a 12-11 scoreline, Raider.
Close enough. From a scoreline of 10-4 to 12-11. Yeah, you have gone far, DXG. Still, you have to make sure that you go on to a OT. You bring that OT into the picture. If that overtime is going to be here, then only things will change. Otherwise, it could be a win for Team T-Time. 13-11 scoreline is something that we have witnessed in the previous few matches as well, on day number 2 and day number 1 of playoffs. So maybe that is the case scenario that we might witness once again. Spy cam, yes, it gives up the info. Yes, has to push back a bit. It is going to be Caramel who is pushing back. And here comes beautiful, beautiful orbital strike. So much of a util spam is going to come through. Look at them. Curve getting Zoom out of the equation. Spike has been planted. The post-plant scenario is going to be quite critical to deal with. Panda holding the cubby. Prowlers.
Exactly where
Animal finds one, and here comes the neural theft. It is going to be beneficial quite a bit. It is indeed going to be beneficial. And here comes Oxford getting one more pick. Let's see if UV, he is going to be valuable or not. I think he is going to be because Panda is way too low. Caramel on the hindsight is going to come for a backstab. He spots one. He's definitely making sure that the pressure is on. The diffuser is coming through, but the spike diffuser is also picked off. UV shuts down Oxford.
one enemy remaining.
The time is running low. UV versus Caramel, two of the biggest behemoths. And it is going to be Caramel who's going to win this duel. He gets a 3k, saves the day for the team. And yes, we do have an overtime coming in. DXG still breathing in this first map. They're still there, on point and precise with their play skills. If you look at the whole scenario, guys, I have to say this. Just 4 rounds came into the favor of this particular team known as T-Time. On the hindsight, we got to see a total of 8 rounds in the favor of Team DXG. So basically, it's vice versa type of equation. DXG, they won just 4 rounds when they were defending. Exactly similar scoreline for T-Time as well. So it's more or less who is going to pick the rounds in this particular OT. It all trickles down to this one. It all trickles down to the next few OTs that are going to come. I feel DXG will be making sure that they are going to shut down the attack, which they were miserably failing in the first half. They should just shut it away if they really want to win from here. Nope. Nope.
Garf with a crazy swing takes the player down before he could even think what was happening. Equinox is going to shut another down. It's going to be Som. He's going to fall. A 4 on 2 setup already. Doxer with a backstab. Down to just 30 HP. I don't think so. This is going to be a good move any longer. Needs to reposition, and that's going to be a Caramel coming back. And coming back stab from shot itself. They have the side control. They have a smoke as well to guard shot. I don't think so. It's going to be easy for them to get that retake in this time. Doster doesn't even have those HP. Caramel inside the Cypher trap. His position will be known the second he moves out of it, and there you go. They know both the players are now holding towards a shot. Equinox waiting towards lamps. There's going to be no time, bro. There's a molly as well to make things a bit more harder for them. Caramel can find all the frags he wants, but the round is going to go in favor for TTE. Caramel gets one more. And there you go. It's going to be a really, really good try coming in from DXG, but it's not just going to be enough. TTE with the 13-12 scoreline will be moving towards the match point of this game itself if they're able to take the round. And if they're not able to get the defense in their favor, it's going to be another situation altogether.
I just have to say one thing at this moment, that stop being an overcommitting team. DXG once again did the same as they did in the previous few rounds. Okay, finally we do have a technical pause, so maybe they're going to plot in this technical pause, and of course we do have a technical issue coming in from Team DXG. Not DXG, but it feels like it's Team T-Time. UV is disconnected, probably. He is AFK. Yeah, let's see. Once he connects back into the action, we will get to see some interesting approaches from Team DXG. I mean, they have done good when it comes to their attack. But why overcommit on a defensive side? Why go for showers once again like that? I mean, you can block off that particular entry with some good utils. You can make sure that you pressurize your opponent a bit. But these guys have decided to like go all in, and they're just paying the price. Yeah, I can clearly see the frag difference that is there. From DXG's perspective, Caramel, he's just sitting on top, getting those frags. No doubt, Panda is also out there getting those picks. But if you see what UV and his teammates are doing, they're getting those clutch moments. Equinox, a lot of rounds we have seen him getting 3Ks. Romeo with the orbital strikes, he has already been a lot of bringing a lot of crucial rounds in their team's favor. Not just by the orbital strike, but even after you see the smokes that he comes up with that are quite on point. It forces the opponent back. And on the hindsight, Satan X with the regrowth and guiding lights, he has just been phenomenal. He's helping his teammates in a way which is just unparalleled.
Definitely, man. Absolutely crazy gameplay, and I guess the player who had disconnected is gonna get reconnected now. It's a 13 and 12 scoreline. DXG will lose this map if this round it goes in favor of TTE. It's gonna be a really good flash coming in from Sky itself. Not gonna do much though. Still, I guess will be giving a lot of info. holding close. Shars with a shot. He is gonna find the first one, but instantly gets traded off. We go for one more frag itself. Is gonna find some. DXG Caramel go for one more. Down to a 3v3 situation. They still need to get the spike down. And Equinox's rotation has also kicked in. He's gonna be holding a heaven. Doxer is not gonna be able to guard lamps this time. Will get picked off. It's gonna be a trailblazer following it up. Levi is gonna get dazed. Equinox gets the kill, and I think this is gonna be a match point going in favor for TT right about now, but it's still down to a 1v1. Caramel takes down 2, takes down 3rd, takes down the 4th one. And man, what are we witnessing? What is this? Is this VCT? Is this massive counters coming in? What the hell is happening, man? Every single player who survives in the final seconds of the round in a post-match situation or a retake situation, has someone told them to, bro, take your time, that you need to clutch it out. And they every single time do it. Be that Equinox, be that UE, be that Satan. I am just out of words. And this time it was DXG, man.
Caramel.
Yeah,
Caramel is the reason why we are in the OT. And he's the reason why we are in the OT number 2. Because he's the guy who was getting those picks in the 24th round, and he's the exact guy who is getting those picks on 26th round. That's amazing. Levy finds one. Equinox has been countered. Panda has to go in big. The guiding light won't be able to find anything useful at this point. Inside is yet to come. But Caramel is still readily available with the picks. Curve on the high inside with the shotty has been a menace throughout the rounds. Romeo slowly creeping in. Smoke is going to dissipate. Position has been revealed, but Panda is still effective. He will get one more. There you go. The defense has been conquered. DXG gets the lead in their favor with 14-13 of a scoreline. DXG is just one step away of their victory. It is the match point for the very first time in the favor of Team DXG. Because remember, the first match point that was there in the first, and in the 24 rounds, was basically in favor of Tea Time. Then DXG came in, clutched the moment, all thanks to Caramel. That's exactly why they went down to OT number 1. In there as well, it was Tea Time which was dictating the terms, but finally it is DXG. Let's see how effective they're going to be. This time it does feel like that heavy investment is going to be there from both the sides in terms of utils. We have seen that A setup is going to work a bit. We have Equinox holding that particular corner. Satan going in for the Trailblazer can get a lot of info. He gets the info that there are 4 individuals peeking on this corner. That's why the relocations are going to come through. Look at Garv patiently waiting. He's holding behind the hookah. The spatial nade might actually shift him a bit, but it's just not going to be enough. They can easily relocate. Hindsight, Caramel. The Sentinel is still on lurk at A mains.
Sentinel definitely will be lurking. And it's going to be Cypher trying to get some info towards a shot this time. And to be fair, the good thing about this position is even if they decide to just TP out of the Shar's region, he still has a lot of info and he can counter them from shot and Shar's in both the angles itself. But okay, this could be an imminent A hit, and there you go. It's double satcheling into the side. Equinox still has a cam towards Shar's. Will be able to get some info, and there you go. He's going to tag raise too. Equinox holding backside. DXG Panda right in front of him, right outside the smoke. Levi has a really good position. Gaurav is going to try to push in with the shotty, but there's going to be the Molotov coming in. There's a Molly, Prim's Molly, can do a lot of damage. Can hold them off from pushing in, and he's going to get mollied off too. He needs to get out of that position. DXG Panda is a really good crossfire.
Panda.
If he doesn't get checked, he can completely get this game and this round itself. Romeo still trying to jiggle peek in, still trying to find info. Caramel this time gets UV, and Doxer will be hitting the final nail into the coffin. DXG will be taking away this game. What a phenomenal match, guys. How the hell can a match be this cutthroat? And this is the lower bracket we're talking about, man. What a phenomenal gameplay. Completely out of this world performance. And just wow, man. Just I am a little lost of words. Crazy performance, massive kills, deadly frags, and what do you call it? Just
told you DXG can do it.
Gameplay. Yeah, you did, man. I'm sorry I doubted you. But Tea Time with the frags and the plays and everything, I did think that at least one OT they'll be able to take away. But I guess I was mistaken.
Wow. A slow start for them. They were struggling, but at the end they finished off in style, all thanks to Caramel. As I said earlier, before even the start of this particular map, that Caramel is that guy who can change everything. Did.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about a lot of approaches. Initially, yes, Caramel was failing because he's a sentinel. In defense, you can't see Caramel doing a lot. I mean, he can be the anchor, and he did do it in a lot of rounds, and that's exactly why 8-4 scoreline was there. I mean, to be honest, on attack side, both of the teams did great. I mean, if you look at the first 25 rounds in the first half, there were 8 rounds, if I'm not wrong, going in the hands of T-Time and 4 rounds going in the favor of DXG. Exactly similar scoreline was there if you turn the other way around. If you turn and look at the second half, it was 8 attack rounds going in favor of DXG and 4 defense round going in the favor of Team T-Time. So basically, after the OT came in, we thought that maybe things were going to change. Maybe there is going to be a situation where the attackers are going to fail sometimes. That's exactly what happened initially. The first OT, it was basically once again equalized, but then on 27th round, that there was again Caramel and his teammates who were picking up the pace, and they were getting all those interesting picks. Som was taken down, but even after that, the amount of retaliation in a 4v5 equation that came through was amazing. So that's the beauty of what DXG can do, and that's exactly why I was like placing my bets even before the tournament gets started, that maybe DXG is going to pull it through in a 2-0 scoreline, because they know what failure is, they know how they can perform. No doubt that T-Time is also very efficient. You talk about individuals like UV, you talk about players like Garv, Satan X, all these individuals are phenomenal. But then again, when it comes to a pressurizing situation like this, when it comes to clutch moments, you will always see Caramel sitting on top.
Yeah, man, you're completely right. We saw Caramel clutching out rounds which were completely not at all in his favor. They're completely like a 1v4 situation, and he somehow turned the tides against them so easily. Like it was just a 1v1, and that too in a deathmatch. Just that flawless performance from that guy. And I have a question. Like when we saw either one of those teams attacking, and like there were 2 or 3 players got picked off from the defender's side, and then there was 1 or 2 defenders holding down or just rotating a bit late, and then they get 3 frags and then equalize the situation to a 2v2. Does that count as a fair trade game or a good trade game, or is it just like good duel from just one player? Like how do you categorize that? Because I don't know, the coordination was really good at times.
I would like to categorize that in a way of like a one-man show. Maybe one guy is doing the heavy lifting and the other guys are failing, and if that happens, you have the result guys in front of your screens. If every now and then UV is the guy who's getting aces, he's the guy who is getting clutches, and Garv is out there assisting him. I mean, look at UV, 30 frags all alone as a duelist. But Caramel on the hindsight, oh my god, as a sentinel, this guy is getting 30 frags. So much of a shift is there in the game. Anything to comment on this?
Man, you can just see the difference. On one side, it's a Raze, and on the other side, it's a Cypher. That's the difference in play styles for both the teams. And Caramel playing a role of a duelist while playing Cypher itself in itself is a phenomenal feat to accomplish, and he did that without having any issues. On the second position, it's gonna be Levi. Third is gonna be Dozer, both with 19 frags. Som and Panda with 17 and 16 respectively. On the other hand, if you look at Garv, 23-9. Garv's performance was a bit doubtful for me, even though he was getting those first bloods, but then again he was just alive for those first bloods, those shorty flashy peaks coming in from him. That's why his team was not able to perform that well. But at the end of the game, we can see the MVP of the map being the DXG Caramel itself, and we had no doubt about it, man. With 13, 19 and a 3 KDA going in his favor, phenomenal gameplay. 299 ACS, 262 ADR, and 7345 with damage coming in for him. Just 3 first bloods, but then again he was a Cypher. Let's take a look at the top 4 players after this match ends from the lower brackets itself. It's gonna be first Batman with 86, Garv with 103, AR Cyrax with 100, and NV 2K with 84s. 2 of them have already been eliminated. In fact, 3 of them have been eliminated, if I'm not wrong. We just have Garv left in the game, and only his stats will be going up even after the next match itself. And yeah, Cyrex.
We do have Garv, we have Cyrex, and also, if I'm not wrong, we have NV2K as Neori Esports is out there on the upper bracket finals.
Okay, yeah.
So from Neori Esports, NV2K is also there. Yeah, in this whole battle of top 4 players, I guess Batman is the one which is not going to remain in this chart for a longer period of time, because zeroflags.exe went out of the equation on day 2 of the playoffs. Anyway, guys, all said and done, part and parcel of this competition is basically one is going to fail, another one is going to prevail. It's all about the team synergy, and I'm looking forward to see how TM is going to build that in the next map. But for now, we'll take a short break, and after that, we'll be back quickly to witness what happens.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Well, folks, as promised, indeed, after a quick short break, yes, once again, we are back to see what happens in this lower bracket. Round number 2, match number 2 today, and the day number 4 of playoffs in the Esports Club Presents Showdown Series Season 2 of Valorant, powered by Crucial by Macron, with our GP partner Zotac Gaming and media partner as Gossip.gg. We are here on the desk and we have already seen a lot of interesting things, to be precise. We have seen OTs, we have seen our fair share of OTs today, be it the first BO3 that we witnessed, and now in the second one as well. The very first map, it was the bind map, and we got to see a very beautiful type of competition. Now the question would be, is it Team DXG which is going to take the whole total control and come up with the scoreline of 2-0 in the next map, or are we going to see something different coming in? I think it's quite possible that DXG might be continuing that momentum. There will be certain hindrance for them, but after the previous map, nobody can question the comeback type of equation coming in from DXG, because they came back from a scoreline of 10-4 to a scoreline where they were able to win second OT and then nail the map in their name. That was a huge comeback from my perspective.
It was indeed a huge comeback nonetheless, when they were struggling a lot in the beginning, but eventually they were able to come up, and the way they came back, the way Caramel carried them to victory was just absolutely fabulous. We were in shock. I was definitely in shock, man. The plays, the clutches, the games, and the way the kills were coming in, that was just absolutely massive. I really didn't expect DXG to take away the match, and they somehow were able to take it away. This is going to be map number 2, going up against T-Time once again on the map of Ascent, where we can see some different picks coming in, because obviously then again the map is gonna be a different one. We can see Doxa going for Sova, Levi going for Omen, we can see a Jet coming in for Som, Caramel with a KJ again will be playing a Sentinel, and Panda with another initiator. So a double initiator, single duelist, single Omen, single KJ setup. On the other hand, we can see something quite similar. Other than that, we can just see like double duelists on this hand. Just another difference is we can see a Reina for a KO, so that would be an attacker sided setup, but they're starting towards defense, so maybe they have something in there, like they have something in the back of their heads that they're gonna like show us some crazy strategies or something like that. But we have the agent selects. It is now time for the second match between T-Time versus DXG, and this is the lower bracket round number 2 going on, and if either one of these teams loses this BO3, they will be eliminated, and the other team will be going up against Ogless 6 in the next round of the lower bracket itself. So they have a lot on the line. If they don't perform today, if it is going to be T-Time not performing in this match either, they will get eliminated. And if they were somehow able to outplay DXG in this map, we can see an overtime and a decider map coming in on the map of Haven, if I'm not wrong, or maybe Icebox, I think.
It was Haven.
Yeah,
The map of Haven could come into the picture, but anyway, talking about the agent select, you said that T-Time is looking forward to play on the defender side, and they have decided to go for a double duelist. Right there, I doubt their decisions. On the hindsight, when it comes to DXG, they have gone for the textbook approach when it comes to the map of Ascent. They have decided to go with a KO and Sova play when it comes to their initiating role, and we have a Jet coming to the action. I think that's amazing. The way things are working out is good, but Curve, that is a good opening. Shuts down Som instantaneously right on tiles. Mid courtyard area looks quite good at this point. As DXG, they have already lost their duelist. I think how far they're going to go is a big question. Caramel on the other corner also gets shut down, but behind the box we have Levy shutting down Realm. And with that, T-Time, maybe something different is going to come, but this fragment is going to cook UV alive as he is down to 40 HP. From the tree, Doxer is also going to swing. But the plant is yet to happen. Plant is yet to come. Smoke dissipate. Here comes UV. Goes out of the equation. Levy is going to totally shut him away. With the recon dart, they get all the info that they need. And yes, they do have a very good idea that all the players have already pushed in deep. Oh, Levy, what a 4K that was! Amazing collateral flag on both Equinox and Gurv. Oh my god, this is not good for T-Time. They started quite good. Look at this in mid. We got to see a beautiful shot on Som. And after that, a dash. Finally, Gurv and Equinox in a line of fire. The collateral, look at the shot. Amazing. Levy, this time you were able to turn the round in the favor of Team DXG. I think Panda with those 3 assists, he was also quite good.
Definitely, he did a decent amount of impact, even though he didn't find a kill there, but he still managed to do a lot of damage to them, in fact, and that eventually got them the round itself. So I don't think that was a bad thing anyways. MLT Levi holding a really good position towards top mid. MLT Levi holding a really good position towards top mid will be finding the first frag. He had a Vandal in the second round, man. Really investing, and they don't want to lose this match whatever happens. And Panda gets a follow-up. Levi still holding top mid. Is going to try to contest the UV. Satan as well will be holding towards trees. They have the side control. The spike has been planted now. And Som not looking that great.
One
Levi
enemy
finds
remaining.
another.
Here.
Ooh. Som is in really good position. He can pretty easily take down Satan. Oh, jump peeks him. Has a classic. He can pretty easily right click it. And yeah, there you go. He's gonna find it. Dozer goes for the knife kill. Not gonna find it. I don't think they would like to destroy their economy any further. So there you go. It's gonna be KJ finding the kill. And a 2-0 scoreline coming in for DXG. This time they're not gonna let any rounds get away. And they already have a really good comp going in their favor, so I don't think even with the defender side they will have any issues holding down the sites itself. But this is going to be a full buy for them. Raider on the other hand, TTE. Let's see, will they be still going in with those aggressive plays, just like what we saw in Bind?
Okay.
Or will they be holding safe
Tea
now?
time. Already a Odin in your hand. This is a big and a bold investment coming in. I think this should have started with a recon dart, not directly with the Odin spam. They could have like gone with a recon dart initially and then following it up with the Odin. But here comes some beautiful shots. Equinox going to shut down Caramel. He is going to make sure that he pays the price of securing the previous map against them. Now Som, will he be able to infiltrate? Let's see. Paranoia getting queued in. Panda getting the best out of it. Satan X has been taken down. Doxer finds UV as well. Oh my god, Equinox is done and dusted. Yes, we do have a total control of B side in the favor of Team DXG. Last two individuals, even with a full buy. Realm on the hindsight. UV, I believe? No, Garv, I think. He's Garv. Yeah, he's Garv. Jet and Omen. What will they do? The question is big. Answer would be coming in very shortly, as these guys have already decided to peek in deep into the site. But obviously, in order to approach the site, they can either go from rafters or they can go through stairs. But from stairs, Som is holding that angle. He has got a very beautiful Guardian along with an effective one, but there comes a beautiful shot. Realm shuts Dozer down as well. I never in a million years thought that this could be a retake coming in from Team TT. That means time, but that was a brilliant comeback. That was a very good comeback. I mean, Realm getting those initial 2Ks and after that following it up, it was Curve getting the final pick. Amazing. It all started with Equinox getting the first one on Caramel, and then there was a cascade fall, and after that the postman scenario. Look at this, Curve doing some amazing stuff. But it was actually Curve who got 2Ks initially, and then Realm followed up with the last pick on both house. So yeah guys, all said and done, the full buy round that could have been out of their hands, T-Time were able to like swoop it in, get in their control, but Doxer has decided that he is going to go the Odin now. So let's see if his Odin spams are going to work or not.
I would want to see something like the Odin not being used in the maps, but let's see. TT has found the first round already on the board, and Som is going to get a really good entry. Levi finds two for themselves. They have the control, they have the side, they have the plant as well now. TT will
One
be
enemy
completely
remaining.
flush at this round, and they will be completely demolished too. Levi not going to let them get anything out of this round. Not even one kill will be going in their favor. Even though they did secure the last round, I guess I would have expected some better counter coming in. But well, it's TTE and they are gonna get picked off pretty easily. A 3-on-1 scoreline, and with that being said, 2 players towards A side, 3 players towards B side. And as far as the defender setup goes, it's gonna be pretty similar setup for them too. Similar comp as well. 3 players will be holding. They don't have to buy. DXG can pretty easily get another round on the board. So I'm holding a bit slow. Garb with that aggressive positioning. Has a sheriff in his hand. He's waiting for someone to peek into his crosshairs. But I don't think so. Chaos gonna go in that like without anything. I don't think so. We're gonna see any try peeks coming in from them. Smoke to a shot. Caramel as well is waiting. Yes, a knife, Gus position now. No. Jet is gonna jiggle peek. Caramel with the follow up. is going to give the support and is going to get the kill too eventually. A 4 and 5 setup. They have the opening towards the B side. They have the first blood. There's going to be some smokes being deployed. They've already made their way towards A site itself. There are 4 players already there, and there is going to be no one inside the site itself. They can pretty easily get the site control. All they need to do is just take down the Killjoy's turret, and both the smokes are also going to be online. MLT Levi pretty easily can get that side entry. All he needs to do is move off KJ. Equinox's position being spotted, loses 50 HP. Okay, it's going to be Realm this time playing Omen. Going to swing in, not going to check his position. Spam
What?
a lot of those positions. Not going to finding any shot conversions.
Okay, nice.
4 on 1 score line. DXG gets another round. It was an eco then again. Pretty easy feat for them to achieve, but this is the round where I'd want to see something from them.
So currently we have few interesting facts to, I guess, just put it out, guys. Remember the pistol round, Levi was able to bring a 4K, and then after that in the 4th round again Levi was able to bring a 4K, and right now in this previous round we got to see Caramel doing the same stuff, getting a 4K of his own. That means in just 5 rounds we have seen 3 4Ks already coming in, 3 clutches already coming in. That is a big and bold statement coming in, but this one-way smoke is going to help them a lot. UV shuts 2 down. But the Blaze Storm is not at all going to be effective. Som holding up high. Can take the advantage out of it. Let's see if he gets the value. Still patiently waiting. Has to push back a bit. But as you rightly said, tea time is now going to be available with a full buy. So this is a round where they need to step up. Just the KO and shit. Surviving. No ultimates for them for now. No lockdown available. No Hunter's Fury. But on the hindsight, we do have the Empress and from the Shadow available. UV? I don't think so. He needs ultimate to play in this kind of scenario. A flash will be getting queued in, and good dodge of a flash. UV gets Som, but Panda retaliates by taking 2 of his own. That's big. That's big. He's going to go for a plant, and if he does that, economically the team is going to be even more stronger in the next round. Here comes the 0 point. He takes 2 agents, goes in for the fragment, pushes back. Last 2 agents, they have to go down. This is the moment.
Enemy remaining.
Okay, takes 1 down. Is there a clutch? No! Panda! Just inches away. Equinox is going to swoop in. Sentinel survives. And there goes the diffuser. Time is back in the rally. But then again, they have lost a lot of investment. And also ultimate along the way.
Enemy remaining.
They have lost a lot of things along the way, and that is going to be a 1v2 situation there. The Panda was trying to clutch, and see, just look at those shots. He did get the 3rd one, but eventually he got picked off. The final frag not going to land. Really good try though. TT finds another round on the board, a 4 on 2 scoreline. DXG almost found the round, almost there, but will not be able to get the conversion eventually. Okay, it's going to be a fast execute. Satan instantly vanished out of thin air. He's not going to be able to find anything out of there. Gets position. It's going to be a bit cheeky. Finds the first one, takes down the KO, takes down the KJ, goes in for the 3rd one, but finally Som is still gonna be surviving out of that. Down to a 4v3 situation. KO can get revived, but that's not gonna be enough time. Garb gets a frag, and it's gonna be Panda falling. Levi gets a kill as well. UV had used his Empress, but not gonna make anything out of it. DXG once again has the man advantage. They will take the situation down to a 1v3. Equinox is going to be the one can pretty easily clutch the situation, but his position has now been revealed. It's going to be tagged by the drone itself. Has a turret. 2 players already pushing in. I don't want DXG to do the same thing what TTE would do in such situations. And there you go. KJ pushes in. Som is going to get the kill home, and unfortunately had the reload on the Vandal there. A 5-1-2 scoreline.
That was a bait.
Yeah, I know. But still, he must have gotten picked off, man. Still would have gotten picked off. That was a decent round.
Yeah, definitely one of the decent rounds that we have seen so far. It's quite fun to see the way DXG is trying to step up, but at the same moment, T-Time is also trying to build some good strategies of their own. With the help of Null Command, I think this entry was quite good. But the worst part was that all of the individuals, maximum of them were already relocated to B side, so that's why the Null Command was not that effective initially. KO got taken down, and then following it up, few other individuals were also picked up. But on the rafters, They've spotted that KJ was lurking. They've destroyed the turret. Okay, some good classic shots. Storm, Curve is hitting you. How will you retaliate? We need to know that. On the hindsight, if you see on Catwalk, Caramel, he's going deep. He's going on to the side. He's trying to infiltrate the trees, but we have a Stinger online over here. And that is not good. But Panda, he finds Garv. Equinox, if he swings, he can be shut down.
Spike down, B.
Even before going down, Equinox collects one frag. He's there to collect bounties, man. And even on the back end, we were discussing the same pie that E-Time is more or less looking for frags. On the hindsight, DXG is looking for advantages.
Yeah, that's the whole point. One of the team is trying to play for picks and the other team is trying to play for win. And that's exactly why DXG has a really good scoreline going in for them. And they won't really care even if they don't get the kills, right? They want the rounds itself. That's why when you see the scoreboard, you'd see TTE having more kills somehow than rounds there. And once again, we've taken it down to a 4v1 situation. Satan with just a stinger won't be able to do much. Maybe goes for one exit, could do something like that. That would be the best case scenario for him. Let's see, can Som find the final frag for himself? He's still trying to save, holding trees, has a decent position. Not the best right now, his reload was the bait once again when Satan finds him. He's gonna lose a weapon. There's gonna be a turret with a shot too. KJ went into place that there. Okay, that's the paranoia. He's gonna be completely blinded. Actually, a follow-up coming in, but Doctor.
Oh, triple threat.
It's gonna be somehow Caramel getting the kill though.
Scanning ahead.
They peeked in from 3 different angles. One from CD spawn, other one from Catwalk, the third one came from A mains. I mean, it was a triple threat. There was no way that Satanix would have been surviving in that particular scenario. But look at these guys. T-Time, they're stuck at frags below 5. It's just Garv who has got 5 frags, but other than that, all the other individuals are really on a very big deficit. But this could be the round where things will change as UV is there on Vandal with the full shield. Garv is actually approaching with a operator. Now that's a big, bold investment. If they lose this round, it can easily be a 8-2 scoreline. So let's see if the value of that particular pick is going to come through or not. Garv patiently waiting. Here comes our round. This will be iffy. But Caramel, he finds one. Paranoia hits them. They are nearsighted and through market there comes a swing. But what was that? Garv, phenomenal pick. Satanix following it up by taking down Dozer. Now it's basically a 3v3 equation where you can see DXG's individuals are pretty low when it comes to the HP. Not a very good scenario. Caramel swings, but at the end he had to pay. Panda, he picks Equinox out of the equation, but Omen is low. This could be a chance. From DXG, they're trying to enter, but from the shadow, pretty interesting ultimate to utilize. And as they are trying to figure out where the play could be, Spike is still there, and they do know that they can guard the Spike. And to be honest, DXG's Omen do not have that from the shadow ability available. So for that reason, I think it's just definitely very, very difficult to like recollect the Spike. Both of them have to swing in a harmony, and then only things will happen in their way. Levy, look at him, very, very low, but he's still approaching. He's checking the right box, but even before they could have picked up the Spike, they have been taken on. Spike has been it's a 1v2 equation. Line up for I thought that they are going to line up for him, but no. Realm at the end was able to counter him with a 3k. E-Time still survives in the game. 6-3 is the scoreline. I think they would be looking forward to at least equalize this. On hindsight, DXG, go for 9-3. Go for it.
DXG is definitely going to try to go for a 9-3 scoreline there. And TT on the other hand will be just pushing out of their positions and trying to go for those kills. I guess both of the teams have their own priorities set right now. 3 players will be holding towards the A site, 1 towards a tree, in fact 2 towards tree. It's just going to be Lena holding down the site single-handedly. Omen trying to go towards the A main region, maybe tries to find someone who gets the first blood eventually, but it's going to be Gov. His position known, yet not known. Still going to get spammed a little bit. A pretty expected position, to be fair. It's going to be a Lambert right in front of Som. It's gonna reveal someone is pushing mid there, and the rotation has been triggered. There's 2 players holding outside A. The timing could completely be really difficult for Curve to counter from, because then again he doesn't have any support. They could pretty easily just come with a flash. They don't even need a smoke. Just one player guarding the whole site. In fact, this. Oh, Som, how the hell are you there? How the hell is Som holding
Through
market
market.
right now? He pushed up mid.
Came
The
through
alarm
market.
bot did
Yeah.
give him his position. That's phenomenal.
Scanning
Okay.
ahead.
That could be really important for really game-changing position right now. Caramel
Ah.
doesn't even care. He's still
30
gonna get
seconds
his kill though. Some fam. Okay, Doxer might have.
Oh, lovely.
Sob, even after so much patience, so much calmness and everything, he still has to dash out of there. Won't find anyone there, but a good try nonetheless.
Won't do the frags, but anyway, I
Spike
guess
planted.
these are the 3 individuals he can shoot down. He can get those frags in his favor. Paranoia. As someone approaches, the Paranoia will be getting queued in. So it does feel like that is pretty much a very good hold being already created. I think this should be a save, man. There is no other option that Team Tea Time has got. 2 of your individuals have already decided to do that. You can clearly see like Realm going for a save. 0 point goes in, presence has been rejected, some random sprays. Free fires can be
yeah.
efficient, but God of Yui, what?
Player standing.
They still got the value, but finally Levy and Caramel will be summing it up all. I guess Realm
AFK?
is AFK probably?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is DC, guys. That's exactly why he's not going to be there to assist his teammates, but I think it was a possible retake if this guy would have been in the action, if Realm was there, along with his teammate UV and Garv. I think there was a possibility that they're going to go ahead and get the retake done. Because honestly, DXG, they were overcommitting a bit, to be honest. They overcommitted a bit and they had to pay the price by losing 3 individuals of their own. And obviously, the reinvestments are going to come through now. So maybe something efficient is going to happen, but we have a disconnection. That's why this technical timeout is going to be here. Realm waiting for you, buddy. On the hindsight, we have a 7-3 scoreline. 2 more rounds to go on when it comes to this first half. Let's see who controls the whole action from here. But so far, so good. I have to just say this, that DXG have done great. Initially, they started with a lot of clutches, like a lot of 1v4s. But lately, we can see the team effort is coming in. Although, you can still Doxer
Need a drop.
and the duelist Som still there with like either 5 or less than 5 frags. That shows their duelist is not performing, but still they are winning the rounds.
That's for sure something to look at. And in fact, just take a look at the scoreboards, man. Garv, Satan, UV this time, they haven't been like getting as many frags as they got in the last match itself. And Levi on the other hand, Levi, Caramel and Panda, these 3 are support players. They're not even duelists or anything. They're still top fragging with 11, 12 and 14 kills with just their utilities and just their abilities, man. Just absolutely crazy performance nonetheless. 9 assists for Levi, man. Really great smokes whatsoever. They're just getting those entries cause of it itself, and he's every single time blocking someone off. We can see Realm joining back in the game with 215 ping. That's gonna be a really difficult thing to play with, man. That's gonna be another underhand for them.
Placing
We
swamp
will see a
grenade.
tech pause for that very reason itself. Hopefully he'll be okay in a second or so. We really need to see his ping go down a little bit before we start the game. It's gonna be a 7-3 scoreline. DXG, if they intend on
Recalling my
winning
bot.
this as soon as possible, they would not want to give these 2 rounds either, and they still have the economy pretty much in their own favor. And TT, I don't think so they'll be investing in op any time soon. Maybe we can see something to its attacker side, but that's more unlikely given that it's attacker side.
So far, so good for Team DXG. Yes, this map is one of those maps where if you are good with your approaches, attack side is a little bit more easier. Although you have to come up with a lot of mind games. And that's exactly what DXG is doing. If you see the track record of them in this particular map, in the past 10 rounds, they have just make sure that they tested the patience of their opponent. They have made sure that they flank a lot. They made sure that on every single angle, they're showing their presence. See, Som is every now and then infiltrating the mid. And on the high side, if you see KO and Omen are usually approaching the A mains, and then we get to see like Caramel and along with him Doxer were usually approaching the B mains. That means they're showing their presence on both the sides and also on the mid. And that's exactly why a T-Time can't really establish a good control onto the whole map, because they are also bifurcated, trying to deny all of that aggression, and they never know where 4 individual players could be holding on. It could be mid, it could be... see, if you infiltrate the mid, if you take the mid control, you can easily rotate A or you can rotate B. If you want to go to A, you can go from Catwalk. If you want to go to B, you can go from Market, from Pizza. So for those reasons, I guess, obviously, Tea Time is right now in trouble. But the beauty is, Tea Time is going to get their attacking half, and they might just replicate those strategies against DXG in near future. That may help them a lot. But at this point, Caramel is just having fun. The previous round and also in the previous day, this guy had been the MVP of the series. Even when Newry Esports were able to like beat them, then also DXG's Caramel was the MVP, and that's why I truly believe that this guy is one of the phenomenal individual in the whole lobby. But yeah, guys, technical timeout is done and dusted. Yes, we are off to another good start. Let's see. The 11th round is going to start pretty soon. Guardians and weapons like these are going to come from Tea Time, but on the hindsight, a full buy, heavily invested round from DXG. Talking about ultimates, we have a Blade Storm already activated. They can actually go for Hunter's Fury in order to deny the plan, and also in for post-plan scenario, I think they can easily utilize that lockdown as well. But so far, okay, Garv gets one, Caramel. You have been taken down. Thought that maybe trade is going to come. Okay, finally the trade is here. Well, the guys, trade is effective. But UV, he gets 2 more. That's good. A mains is totally denied. But they still have the side control. They can go for a plant. Although the backstab is something scary to talk about.
I don't think the door is closed right now. Okay, maybe the door is closed. That's why they're playing so easily. It's down to a 2v3 situation. They need to get the spike down before they even come in for that retake. But they're going in that aggressive. They know the lockdown is online. And that's exactly why they were waiting it out. And they were waiting it out too. But UV still pushes in. Sova is going to get punished for holding an aggressive angle like that. MLT Levi can pretty easily go towards the B side, and there is going to be no one guarding it. Bowman, how exactly do you even do that? He's completely rotated towards the B side, and they have no freaking idea. And he has read
Thanks
them
to
like a book again.
The fake smokes. Yeah.
Exactly, man. The fake smoke somehow is all he needed to get the bomb down, but to get the spike down, and even maybe take it to an afterplan situation, which he could probably clutch, given that he is Levi after all. Every single player is trying to push outside from market. Levi, maybe he's gotten that read as well. It's gonna be a bit too much, man. We're not gonna check him. His position now known. Okay, he knows this two players commits a bit too aggressively. A white swing coming in from him. This time is not gonna matter though. Gets picked off. A 7 on first goal line is what I'll see after this round ends. And it was a thrifty round too. Massive counters from TTE. This is gonna be the final round on the board for the first half. Are we hoping to see an 8-4? Rita bro?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah, I think it's 8-4 is something which is pretty probable. You can see the ultimates. I mean, it's pretty justified that we're going to see a null command, and then after that a very aggressive stance coming in with the help of Blade Storm or maybe some Vandals coming into the picture. So I think this is why DXG was waiting for that ultimate. They were able to get that ultimate now online. I think it's pretty easy to see a null command from here. But initially, of course, they're going to check where the players are and eventually get the insight with the 0 point. No suppression so far. I think KO, if he goes down, that will be a big blunder. They should survive. Oh, Caramel takes Garv down. And that's a good redemption from the previous round, because Garv was the one who was able to shut down Caramel in the previous round. But now, as we can see, things are not looking easy anymore. KO is relocating back to A. I guess on A side, with the help of a null command, yes, you can be very more effective, but this was big. This was not at all good. Attacker's KJ lockdown is also invested, but the spike has been dropped on mid. That means everybody has to now relocate to mid and eventually possibly try to take it away. That is just something which is not going to be easy. There you go. Equinox finds one. Caramel, even before going out, he was able to take down UV. And where is the null command? Is it going to be effective? Let's see. Oh, the null command is activated. Finally, the spike has been taken down because of from the shadow. And here comes the plant. This is what I was talking about. Although the manpower disadvantage is something which is quite clear at this moment. So for that reason, maybe Tea Time is just going to have that upper hand. But yeah, so far, so good. The ultimates are done and dusted. Now it's basically all about the gunplay.
It is definitely about the gunplay and DXG Panda. Is he okay? A really good combo there. A paranoia and he instantly swings in for that. He's not going to find anything out of it though, but Levi go for the first one. Realm instantly counters and it's going to be a massive bouquet coming in from Doom and finally getting a really good impact in the game itself. Realm really hadn't started performing until and unless he was able to, get the restart in. But at least he is now giving a really good comeback for his team and a really good support as well. Sides have been changed. Things are now going to be a little bit different because TTE now will be having that attacking sided comp for them. But is that attacking side comp going to be good enough against a Killjoy known as Caramel, man? Because this guy single-handedly, I know, is capable of countering the whole team itself. And he doesn't even need his weapons for it. It's just utils who will do half of the job and the rest of his teammates will be doing. Ooh, another tech pause coming in. I think someone is maybe disconnected or something to do with that internet itself. We will be able to resolve it really quickly. 5 players, every single player stacked outside the B site. The Killjoy is going to be posted towards mid. He needs to position maybe 1 or 2 swarms towards the B site, and we could maybe see something like that too. There you go. It's going to be a 1 minute 40 seconds timer starting. Let's see. 3 players mid. In fact, 5 players mid. Every single player is going to be playing mid. Wow, what a setup. Let's see. Will this really be that good of a setup for them? No, they're gonna hit B. It's gonna be Soa holding market. Okay, both the Soas using their shot recon darts. None of them getting any reveal or any info out of it. Okay, there you go. Site has been entered. Doxer is gonna get hit with 1 bullet there.
Here comes the post plant. Now this should be dealt in a very good way from the perspective of Team DXG because they need to win the pistol round. If they don't, obviously the control will be snatched away. But look at this Omen smoking off and then swinging in. He's going to shut this Omen away. Oh yeah, that's good. Levy getting the very first pick that the team needed. This is the icebreaker, but Equinox on the other corner shuts down the KO. Panda has been compromised. Few more smokes to block off both house. Paranoia comes in. This is a brilliant execute from here. Som will be getting 1. Caramel will be getting 1. Som gets a 2k. And it's done already. Beautiful post plant. This is how you execute. This is how you don't overcommit. And then after, when you know that all the teammates are pretty much regrouped, then you can play along with it. See, the best part for me was basically the paranoia and then the cloudburst also coming into the picture. And after that, Omen smoked off both house. That means all those tricky angles that you usually hold on B side were pretty much closed. You can't hold those angles. You can't peek from those angles. If you do, your weapon is going to be the first one which is going to be visible and you will be an easy target. That's exactly what happened. It's already an 8-5 scoreline. That means DXG is rolling in. And from here, it could be a 9-5 possibly because we have Outlaws, Sheriffs, Guardians and Bulldogs also ready available. My bad. He is going to switch back to a Spectre. But we have an Outlaw. Let's see if Curve is going to get something amazing. Nope, he's going to get a bullet on his face. Not just that, we have Realm also having the same fate. Satan X and the other guys are also on their tiles area. Will there be one more connection? Oh, he made that connection, but that was a wall bangable shot.
Ah, okay, I thought it was going to picked off there.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh, don't just fast play standing. It's going to be Satan.
Just let them try to catch me. Gun here.
I didn't see that coming, man. I really didn't see that coming. DTE, they obviously were on an eco round there, so I didn't hope anything working for them in that round anyways. This is going to be another weird buy coming in for the attackers itself because they don't have the full shields. They look at the score cards this round, Raider. Every single player is on just single digit kills. They haven't even gotten to 10 or anything above that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll be able to find some more kills. And like all they need is to just find 1 or 2 more kills, top fraggers at least. Caramel this time, holding B side. Gonna be a smoke towards B main as well. 4 players towards mid. They're gonna be spotting every single player pushing market. And there you go, Curve not checking.
Doxer.
Mid Doxer with a beautiful counter. Oh, Caramel holding B main. Oh! Crazy
Amazing.
click, crazy one tap, man. Absolutely destroying that KJ. Still 2 players standing. TTE is getting slaughtered this round.
One
Yeah.
enemy remaining.
That too a full by round 5. Full
Yeah.
by 1. Oh, what? UV? Yo, are you going to edit this one as well? No, Caramel is going to shut him away. That's it, guys. A full buy round, a heavily invested one. Although I do know that they were on half shields. Few of them were on half shields. But the fact is, they still were able to play on Vandals. They had ARs to play along with. And on the hindsight, the opponents had either Spectres or Guardians to work with. Caramel, look at those one-tap shots that Caramel was relaying onto his opponent. That was just so amazing. With the scoreline of 10-5, it's more or less once again like a deja vu moment for me, because just like this bind in the map of bind, we got to see a scoreline of 10-4, and that was in favor of Team T-Time. Currently, it's 10-5 scoreline, and it is against T-Time. So let's see what T-Time is going to do. Beautiful reveal, but that is not going to happen. Recon Dart is just not effective. He's not even going to invest on Paranoia for now. On the hindsight, this couldn't be close.
Oh,
amazing! So beauty! Just like this bonus buy in this 4th round as well of the second half, he gets 2k with an outlaw. Now that's definitely something crucial to talk about. What a way he's playing in. Now the last 2 individuals, they are trying to approach A mains. They have
One
got mere
enemy
sheriffs in the
remaining.
hand, and the
Okay,
opponents have got
Panda,
Vandals to
bro.
work with. Panda shutting the player down. Here comes one more flash. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Levy, initially you whipped, but finally you connected. But that was a very good anti-flash play coming in. Because, see, the combo has to be there. There has to be that team effort coming into the picture. And that's exactly what we are witnessing for a lot of rounds. That's amazing.
That was a nice round, man. I enjoyed that round. I thoroughly enjoyed that round. Som, even though he was not expecting a player to be that close by, but if someone swings into your crosshair like that, you usually panic and you whiff the shot. But Som, nah, man, you're way too wrong about that. He is not gonna win. He is not gonna miss a shot. Even in the last 2, like previous. Okay, Panda pushes in, gets one, Som gets a follow-up. It's gonna be Caramel finding Satan X. There's still one player to its style. Som, how is he doing it with such aggression? Finds one more connection. It's gonna be his own teammate flashing him off, but it's not gonna be an issue anyways. Traps pushes in. Omen with some counters. Garb gets a 2k for himself, but Caramel comes in from behind to finish it off just like that.
Match
Later,
point.
I knew I could have trusted you, and I knew DXG could have won. But in the first match, when we saw TTE with such a crazy domination coming in, I thought that maybe TTE had their practice done, their homework done, and they knew everything about DXG, and they were ready for the counter.
Cool.
But I guess that that is not the case here. It's a 12-1-5 scoreline, and TTE is barely even able to get inside the site, let alone get around the board.
See, I have no doubts that T-Time as a particular individual play is very good, but look at these damages that the Hunter's Fury were able to push in. But Garb with a 2k, Levy on the other corner also released a 2k. Is he going to counter? No, Satan finds him with the Bulldog. Attackers KJ lockdown is going to come through. Last 2 individuals are surviving over here. The question is, what will Caramel do? Is he going to bring in that X factor
Spike
here?
planted.
I guess he can, but I guess should wait a bit.
Standing.
Should wait a bit, but Garb, he gets Som out as well. Possibly a 12-6 scoreline, guys, from here. But all 3 individuals that are there right now are down to like very low amount of HP. A swing, he gets 1. Will he be able to get 1 more? Oh, it's a 1v2 and a 1v3! Caramel! I talked about an X factor. This guy is going to bring the biggest change in the playstyle. He waited, he let the particular old drone get that info, and he waited for the opponent to swing, and he was just so amazing with his plays. That's why I believe in Caramel. That's why I believe in Caramel and his play style. The way he performs, man, the patience, the trigger discipline, the kind of experience this guy has got is just something different. This is, yes, surely but shortly one of the best plays that I've seen so far. I mean, you had everything. You had everything in this play style. You had patience, you had trigger discipline, you had aim, you had information to be gathered, and at the end, all of that got converted into the skills with Caramel, and we have this one of the best 1v3s so far. We have seen aces, we have seen clutches, but this is indeed one of the best highlighted moments of this Showdown Series 2.
Man, you can surely say that. I had the hopes that he would have been able to pull that off. But the second I saw all the three players pushing his position, I was almost
They're lining up.
certain. Yeah, exactly. I was certain that they were gonna get picked off because they were
Yeah.
giving him all the 1v1s. He could have pretty easily get the isolations, and the way they were peeking, every single player was out in the open. And on the other hand, the way KJ was peeking was he was using the cover in front of him, taking his time, swinging single-handedly, and then peeking and taking the kills. What a massive way to finish the game, man. What a beautiful matchup. TTE, you guys really need to think about getting rounds instead of kills when you guys were going in a bit too aggressive at times. Even though your aim duels and gameplay and even map control, I would say, is really, really good. And hats off to their overall performance in the end. But still, the aggressive plays, the just for the kills plays is not what's gonna get them a tournament, that's for sure. And we definitely saw a really good matchup coming in, and the competition as well in both the BO3's Raider. I thoroughly loved it. It was fascinating, fabulous, fantastic, and what do you call it? Absolutely massive. Just crazy, crazy gameplays coming in from every single team that we witnessed.
A lot to learn from these teams, the way they performed, the way they failed as well. Because again, that failure is going to bring that learning curve. Either you win it or you learn from it is the motto. And I truly believe that once again, whenever the Showdown Series Season 3 is going to come in, these particular teams might evolve along the way and bring back even more efficient plays. Yeah, guys, as I said earlier, when we started this day, that we are here with top 6 teams. Now at the end of the day, we have just top 4 teams surviving into the battle. So the brackets, whenever they're going to come in, you will get to see a lot of changes in that particular scenario as well. Because to be honest, from the start of this day, we had a lot of interesting plays. We had a lot of interesting, play styles coming to the picture. We had aces, we had clutches coming to the favor, and game changer moments. Yes, they were there, but the way DXG was able to come back in the map of Bind, that was truly remarkable. The way they were able to perform, like from a 10-4 scoreline to bringing that game to double OTs and then securing that second OT in their name and then securing the map. It was basically a very nail-biting BO3 for me personally. Yes, first one was also quite close, quite cutthroat, but if you see the second map and the third map in the first BO3 today was basically one-sided, kind of a one-sided equation affair. Yeah. 13-9 and 13-8 was the scoreline if I'm not wrong. But the way this second BO3 started, there were so many things to talk about. I mean, clutches, you talk about frags, you talk about synergies. One complaint from Tea Time is the individual plays. Don't go for that, man. Don't go for that. Because Caramel can easily shut you down in that particular manner. UV, Gurv, these two guys were phenomenal, no doubt in that. But the support from the backend was not there. But I guess even DXG can complain for the same. Because if you see Doxer, he was also not that readily available in the whole game, specifically for Ascent. For the 10 or 12 rounds, he was there with just 3 or 4 frags in his favor. You can see in the scoreboard how less amount of frags he had. Look at it. Doxer had just 7 frags. In how many rounds, guys? A total of 18 rounds. So you can clearly see how much of an impact this guy could have not given. But still, the other guys like Caramel, Levy, Som, Panda, they were able to be in the sync. On the hindsight, Equinox and Realm, both of these were not working in the way they were supposed to. Even Reina, that means UV, was also not that effective. In the previous map, in the map of Bind, he was able to get an ace. In this map, he's there with just 11 frags in 18 rounds.
Yes, man, that is definitely sure. In fact, an Omen was also switched there. We didn't see Realm playing in the last match, but this match he was there. With that being said, we have the MVP of this map itself. It's gonna be DXG Caramel. That makes him the MVP for the BO3 itself, because both the matches he was definitely the MVP, and we have the MVP of the series. Just like I said, it's going to be DXG Caramel with a 54.26 for KDA going in his favor, 157.5 ACS, an ADR of 242, 7 first bloods. Given that on both the matches he was the Sentinel itself, nothing other than that. The damage is going to be 11,155, phenomenal. Headshot percent, wow, 45% headshot. That almost means that 50% of the shots he took were headshots, man. Like, crazy. Crazy performance.
Phenomenal performance indeed. But now let's talk about the individual performances. We have the level up leaderboard in front of us. Fluffy is out there on top once again. We have Batman also there, Summer. These are the three individuals who are pretty close to having that Riot merchandise and goodies that we are talking about from the day number 1 of the playoffs. But then again, remember guys, only those teams will have a greater chance who are still there in the competition. And I think because Batman is not going to be part of one, Summer and Fluffy, these two are still there, if I'm not wrong, in the competition. So let's wait and watch if something different happens over there. Garv is also there on 4th position. Maybe he's going to get something crucial. But after so much of a damage, we still don't have Caramel into this whole top 10 scenario. That shows how, I guess, fierce of a competition is there. But Caramel has surely made his way in this top 4 players bracket, because he is there with total 2 MVPs in his name, 85 frags and only 59 deaths with an ACS of 265 is right out there. On the high side, we have players like because I'm Batman from zerofrags.exe. We have T times Garv also here, whose journey is going to end today. On the high side, we have Cyrix as well, Ogler 6, Cyrix out there on the lower bracket round 3. So we have two teams who are there in the lower bracket round 3, if I'm not wrong. That is going to be Ogler 6, who were able to beat their opponent today in first BO3, and then we have DXG as well, who were able to beat their opponent T-time in the second BO3 today. So yeah, a lot of changes so far, but at the end, the number of competition that we got through was amazing. Got to see, it was amazing, to be precise. Yeah,
Definitely the level of competition we saw today was absolutely crazy. The level of competition we saw today was like absolutely crazy, and on another level. And given that it was a lower bracket match and both the matches were lower bracket, I really did not expect it. But definitely a really different level gameplay coming in from all the teams and every single performer and player today. But all the teams that didn't perform, they definitely got to learn a lot of things. And on the other hand, we have the qualifying teams from today. It's gonna be Ogler 6 going up against DXG in tomorrow's matchup, which is gonna be the lower brackets finals, if I'm not wrong, or maybe round number 3. With that, guys, this is gonna be it for the day. We've seen both the BO3s, crazy matchups coming in, and the matchups in the future are gonna just get crazier from here on. But that is gonna be it from our side. This was the Esports Club Showdown Series Valorant Season 2, powered by Crucial. GPU partners are TEC Gaming, and media partner is gonna be Gossip.gg. Thanks for joining in. That's it from us. Keep gaming and see ya.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45. But it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.